Hello everyone and welcome to some more Magic the Gathering with me, Udalad. The core set of 2020 has finally been released and we have some decks to have a look at. I've already made 3 decks, but we are going to start with the Elemental deck, I think. I think this is definitely the most interesting one. So this is a blue-red-green Elemental deck. It has some shocks, some Lazotep plating, Chandra's Embercat, lightning strikes, some creeping trailblazers. These are basically just a lot of new elementals that was added, and we have a lot of land to try and balance out this kind of crappy turnaround of lands and such. I actually think we should remove this. Let's actually just add some more, like a bit cheaper elementals. So maybe just Frostlings. Frostlings is actually surprisingly good, considering this is quite the aggressive deck when you actually start to get the creatures playing, or get them out there rather. But it can be quite hard to do. So I think that might be like the problem with it. Maybe Healer of the Glade actually. Like it's a 1/2 that is actually kind of worth it. Obviously the Wild War Growth Walker would be great if we had any Explore, but we don't. Now we'll get some. Actually, this is actually great. The Thicket Crashers, we'll get 2 of those, because usually the problem here, we have some of these elementals. Let's just go back real quick. We have some of these elementals that become really big, like the Lavakin Brawlers. They become massive, and without Trample, they are not that big of a threat anymore. So that's why the Thicket Crashers could be really useful, because all elementals have trample. Well, let's get straight to it, I guess. I don't think we need to have more of a look on that. Let's get into a game. But for those of you that do not know, I stream on twitch.tv/Udalad. I'll be streaming tomorrow. So go and have a look at about 7 Central European time, or I think it's about 6 Central European time, 7 if you're from Sweden. Might be a bit hard for anyone that watches from the US, but I think it might be possible. Anyway, I think this is an okay starting hand. We don't have an extreme amount of stuff to use early, but we have a Shock, we have a Chandra's Embercat, we have a Sylvan Awakening just in case. So let's actually keep this, and let's see. They changed the Mulligan mechanic to the new one that they were talking about doing. So I think actually putting away the Sylvan Awakening is the best one here, because it is basically only a finisher card. So it's not super useful to begin with. We want it during the late game when we have some of our creatures out, and we can just do the Sylvan Awakening and just stomp his face basically with what we got from it. I really enjoyed the core 2020 so far. Those of you that do not know, it was released, I think it was about, was it the 2nd? I don't remember exactly. It was one of those days. Anyway, it is a really good core set. I really love some of the things that they've added. There are some really interesting cards, like this Risen Reef. I just love the elemental kind of flavor to all the things that you can do. So I really do enjoy this core set. Like, I've made a elemental deck, I've made a flying deck that you'll be seeing later this week, and I've also made a Hydra deck, which is kind of interesting. I really do enjoy all of them, though. Like, they are really good. Okay, I think we definitely want to play the... might as well play that, and then we do the Thicket Crasher just to get another one of the Risen Reef procs. The Risen Reef is a really good way to draw cards with the elementals. Oh, well, now we can cast Shock as a reaction, I guess. Ah, shit, it has Afterlife. Well, that's fine. Like, Chandra's Embercat still a 2/2, so... Goddamn D-Spark, though. Kinda sucks. Anyway, we got the Overgrowth Elemental, so that's good. Let's attack with the Embercat. So, a lot of these elementals are surprisingly good. Like, I was actually surprised at how well a lot of these things went together. I did not think that they would combine as well as they actually do. Ooh. I think we save Chandra for now. I don't think Chandra is going to be a requirement at the moment. Do we want to buff the Ember Cat? I'm thinking buffing the Ember Cat is unnecessary, so it's better to put it on the Risen Reef so that the Risen Reef can actually block stuff. That is bizarrely good. That is actually the solution to all our problems. This Leonin War Leader is dead. Oh my god, I love Omnath, Locus of the Roil, by the way. Really great card. Just really good. He's a surprisingly, like, versatile card. He can be a nuke if you have a lot of elementals, but he's usually a way to handle bigger creatures, because you usually have about 3 or 4 elementals, and when you play him out, it adds 1 extra damage, plus whenever land enters the battlefield, he just, like, buffs up other elementals. So he is basically just a really good card. Let's see, we got another Chandra. I think definitely what we do this turn, actually. I think we definitely actually play Chandra and nuke away the Orso of Enforcer.
I think I'm a decent enough pyromancer.
Just so that they don't have any death touch. And then we can attack with the Overgrowth Elemental. We could attack with everything. I actually think attacking with everything is the way to go here. Because if he wants to kill something, he has to double block. Which he doesn't. Which is good. He could have killed the Overgrowth Elemental easily, or the Risen Reef. Like, killing the Risen Reef would have been such a good choice there. The Risen Reef is a very strong card. Like, it is so weak, considering, like, it's a 1/1 for 3 mana, but every time you play an Elemental, you just get to draw cards. And you get to play lands for free. So that is actually kind of sick, according to me. I think he is actually dead. Let's see. 6, 9. Yeah, he is definitely dead. Maybe not. Wait. 4 mana for Settle the Wreckage.
Let's burn brighter.
So. Ah, yeah. Well, he is dead. Apparently he realized that as well. I was thinking he might have a Settle the Wreckage, but apparently not. So, this deck has actually taken me surprisingly high on, like, I'm getting up to gold already. Which is, like, where it kind of stopped for me last season. So, like, most of my decks aren't really that competitive, so I guess that's why I usually like it. It doesn't really work out when you start to get to gold, when you start facing a lot of the meta decks. But I think right now is a really good opportunity to play, because there are not an extreme amount of meta decks just yet. Obviously, there are some of the old meta decks, but I think there are many good ways to handle them, just through some of these cards, and plus playing the elemental decks, I think is just really fun. And they're surprisingly strong together. Like, they are an obviously made tribal. Like, it was so obvious that Wizards of the Coast wanted this to be kind of a tribal in this set, which is nice. Like, I love playing tribals, so I don't mind that. But let's get a shock, I guess. And next turn we play the Risen Reef, and yeah, I think that's the way to go. Ah, shit. That is actually really bad. I really hate that card. Feather the Redeemed. Ugh. Ugh. Such a disgusting card. I think it's fine though. Like, we are pulling... Oh my god. We're getting Risen Reefs all up in this. Damn. Like, I think we just let him hit us in the face. And we just do, like... We just let him hit and try to... Sorry about that. Let him hit and just try to build up a big force for us to do... Oh crap, he got the combo out. That is actually kind of annoying. Oh crap, this is actually great. Let's just remove this bird. Boom. And I think what we do is definitely play the Overgrowth Elemental. Because, like, we are going to be drawing cards from that anyway, and then we also get to buff up our Risen Reef a bit. Now here we go, we're starting to get the Creeping Trailblazers, which are actually like the really strong cards. It dealt 4 damage, yeah. So he's going to be able to kill the Overgrowth Elemental or the Risen Reef. Like, I'm assuming he's going to hit the Risen Reef, because I think he quite clearly has realized that that is a dangerous card right now. Double Strike. We can handle that with a Thicket Crasher. Should be fine. He probably has some sort of buff, but I think we can handle that definitely. Yeah, there we go. Boom. And now he's a 4-3. He's a big boy. Oh, here we go. That's the Lavakin Brawler. The Lavakin Brawler is such a good card. Yeah, sure. Let's put that out there. Let's also do the Creeping Trailblazer. Boom, and put that land out there. The thing is, like, the Risen Reefs are such a good combination with the Sylvan Awakening, because it just keeps pumping out land. And that means that, like, the Sylvan Awakening will be so strong when we actually play it. Especially if we have a... Liliana? No, not Liliana. What's her name? Chandra? Yeah, that's the name, right? Especially when we have a Chandra, like, she will become really strong. God's willing. Okay. He apparently really wants to hit me in the face. So, I guess. God's willing. Oh no. That's an instant. Fuck me. That's such bullshit. The question is, though, does he kill the Overgrowth Elemental or the Risen Reef or the Creeping Trailblazer? There is a lot of targets for him to target. The thing is, if he doesn't kill the Overgrowth Elemental, he's... yeah, I was just about to say. I think, actually, this could be worth it. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have First Strike. This might be worth it. Like, we'll be losing our card draw, but so will he. So I think that is definitely worth it. Plus doing this. Oh my god. That top deck shock. Oh my god. Let's display some more of our stuff. And let's just hit him in the face. End turn. If we get a Chandra out, we are definitely basically winning. We just lead the Lavakin Brawler out, and then we can cast Sylvan Awakening. We have a lot of land, so that's fine. That's a big oof. I think definitely buffing this up so we can actually block God Eternal or Ketra in case we would want to. I don't think we want to, we just want her to attack and then we do Sylvan Awakening and punch for lethal. Because our Lavakin Brawler has Trample and is going to be insanely dangerous when we cast the Sylvan Awakening. That's fine. I think that is definitely fine actually. Okay, this is becoming a bit more not fine. But maybe, how much land do we actually have? Ah, crap, that is like the shittiest card we could have drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is going to become a 15, 15. The problem is, Feathered is surprisingly durable, which is really annoying. But I think this might work, actually. Let's do the Sylvan Awakening. And he's going to have to block a lot of our creatures here. And then we can just attack with everything. I don't think he can actually survive this. I'm not sure, though. Like, everything has Trample, so... So we'll see how much damage that goes through. I think he's dead. I could have done the math, but that would mean me sitting here counting for like a stupid amount of time. Maybe I overestimated the amount of land that was played. Like, no, yeah, we definitely have lethal. Woo! I actually got a little bit like nervous there, like, oh wait, did he like actually count it? Did he actually realize how we can survive? It's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Though, like, Sylvan Awakening is such a strong card. The thing is, like, I don't know if that is a thing. I don't think it works like that. But if you cast Sylvan Awakening with the Risen Reef, do they actually draw cards for each land? I don't think that's how it works. That seems way too broken, because I think the land is already on the battlefield when it turns into an elemental. So it doesn't really count. But I think that would be really cool if it did. It would be really, really cool. We'll do one last game. Like, we've been doing really... Whoa. I just thought that deck looked freaking massive. Like, I was like, wait, that's a lot of cards, but apparently not. Oh, Igolgari, like, graveyard playing deck. One of my friends used to play this a lot, actually. So this is fine. I kind of know how to handle this. He actually threw away Izoni as well, which is good, and a Doom Whisper. So he removed quite important cards. I don't think we blocked that. I don't feel like we blocked that. We need to keep as many creatures alive as possible right now, because we do not have a lot of creatures here in our starting hand. Might as well do this. And then we can... I think we shock that, because that is still a 3-1. I think we do this. Alright, we need the... Ah, crap. Well, screw it. Casting the Lavakin Brawler. That's a way to handle that as well. As fucked up all my mana, like... The thing is, like, what really annoys me is if you press one of these double land to tap it yourself, and then you're like, oh no, I don't want to, and press like over here, it's still like, oh yes, you press to the right. Guess we'll go there. I guess we'll sacrifice the Ember Cat, because, like, it doesn't really matter that much, let's be honest. It's not that strong of a creature. Pepega. I think we definitely do this, and then we shock the Plaguecrafter. Because shocking the Plaguecrafter, obviously, I mean, it's kind of a valuable trade. It's a, like, it's a 3-2. Math. Quick math. Okay. Ooh, Ruska.
You should leave.
-3. I'm assuming.
Don't flatter yourself.
Well, that's interesting. Why would... Okay. Do we hit? I think we just hit and save the Lightning Strike for later. I think that's definitely the way to go. Boom. Just kill Ruska.
It seems fortune favors you.
The thing with Ruska, like her +2, is actually kind of strong, because you can actually sacrifice land, and if you have a lot of land, it is actually really useful. But I kind of don't like sacrificing just your own creatures, just because, like, for the hell of it. We are pulling way too much land right now, which is not very nice. I think we definitely attack with both though. Like, he'll have to sack there, and when he plays the Plaguecrafter, he'll have to discard a card instead of actually sacking a creature, which is good. There we go, and he'll have to discard a card. Resolve. Oh no, the Plaguecrafter even. Okay. Oh. I mean, I guess we're waiting until the end of his turn to do this. Pass, and then we'll Lightning Strike it. Because screw that, we are not having that in our battlefield. And then it's my turn. Ah, crap me, really? That's a lot of land we're getting. It's not good. It's not good at all. Actually, kind of, I think I want to play the Lotus Field, actually. Lotus Field is really good. We'll sacrifice two mountains. I do like the Lotus Field as a card. I'm not sure how useful it actually is. Like, it might be very counterproductive in this sort of deck as well. But what it really does, it is really useful for Sylvan Awakening. Because if you have a Lotus Field out, while like playing with Sylvan Awakening, you actually can you can pay for Sylvan Awakening with one locust, which makes it like very good, obviously. Like we are getting. Ah, crap, what the hell? Need a way to handle that. Unless it's just going face, I mean, that's fine as well. God damn, I should have waited. I knew he had the Plague Crafter. I'm getting fucked up by that Plague Crafter. Like, that Plague Crafter is actually screwing me over really hard right now. The Creeping Trailblazer has this activated ability, which you can't be serious. Oh my god, it's getting so much removal out. This is really annoying. Really annoying. Ow. Well, that's a loss. I mean, that's fine, we won the first 2 games, so I think this deck proved itself to some degree. I've been playing it quite a bit as well, just to make sure that it ticks kind of okay. So I feel like this is actually quite the useful deck. But that is the elemental deck that I made. I'm obviously going to be experimenting a bit more with elemental decks. I don't know why the FPS drops like hell when the decks come out. But I'll be experimenting a lot more with elemental decks. And obviously, since it's core 2020 set, like, because it is new, we are obviously going to be doing some really interesting new decks. I hope you enjoyed the video, my friends, and remember to like it. And also comment down below what you thought of the deck, how you would change it maybe, and also subscribe if you like this kind of videos, because there are going to be a lot more of them. I have been Udalad, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.